Today we're going to be making an omelette without breaking any eggs. This thing is so delicious. I've made a nice thick one with loads of veg in, but you can do a thinner, more traditional one. I'm going to put my stove onto a medium-high heat just to warm up this pan and add just a tiny bit of oil, just to make sure none of our veggies stick to the pan. And speaking of veggies, this is a great way to just use up whatever you've got lying about. I've got some pepper, some mushrooms, and some courgette, or zucchini for you Americans. And rather than just dicing them up, I like to use a grater. This gets them into nice small bits so they cook quickly and it saves some time. Beautiful, there's all our veg ready, and once the pan is hot enough we can just stick this in and give it a little mix about. And to draw out any of the excess water from the veg, we're just going to add a little half teaspoon of salt, and this is going to really improve the flavour as well. While our veg is cooking away nicely, we're going to grab a bowl and start making our batter. So this is the star of the show. It's gram flour, otherwise known as chickpea flour. We're going to add in a quarter cup, which is 30 grams. When you're measuring flour like this in a cup, make sure you don't pack it down because that's going to squash it up. Just add it in loose like this, or you could just put 3 rounded tablespoons directly into your bowl. Now that's all in there, we can grab our trusty nutritional yeast and put in a tablespoon of that. And now we're going to do a quarter teaspoon of black salt. This one is optional, but if you can find it, this stuff is great because it tastes and smells remarkably like egg. Let's remember to keep stirring our veg, and it smells absolutely delicious in the kitchen right now. Okay, back to our bowl, and now we just want to mix through all of our dry ingredients, and once that's done, we're going to grab ourselves a third of a cup of water, which is 80 milliliters. It's always so awkward trying to measure it from the tap like this. Okay, that looks like the right amount. Let's stick that in and give it a mix. I forgot that a spoon does not work well for this, so let's grab a little whisk. Okay, that's more like it. Now let's just grab our veggies and stick them straight in as well. Mix that all in together. I definitely need to come up with another word for mix because I feel like I've said it 50 times already in this video. Anyway, now that's all amalgamated, we're just going to wipe out the inside of our pan, add a little bit more oil, and let it all warm up on a medium-low heat. Once it's hot enough, stick in our beautiful omelette mixture. This is bringing back memories of eating this. It was so good. Make sure it's all nice and flat, and within the first couple of minutes, just make sure that the sides are nice and free like this. It will make it much easier to get out at the end. Now we're just going to chop up a nice little springo. This just adds a lovely little kick and freshness to the omelette. Now the omelette cooking time can actually vary quite a bit, but I'd say around 3 to 7 minutes should be good. But rather than a specific amount of cooking time, what you want to look for is when the top of the omelette doesn't seem wet anymore. Beautiful, it must be time for the cheese then. So stick in a load of vegan cheese. I stick it down the middle and then to one side. You know what, there's only a bit of cheese left, let's stick it all in. Then we just carefully loosen the bottom and flip over the omelette. If it's sticking to the pan and breaking up too much, then first off make sure your pan is nice and clean. You could try adding a little bit more oil, and if that doesn't work you might want to get a non-stick pan. I've got a link down in the description if you want to buy it. Now gently slide it out onto your plate, stick over a load of spring onions, and if you like this video check out the one that's on your screen now. Peace!